Okay, hi everyone. I'm Kyle, and I'm going to be going over the fall 2019 Data 8 midterm. So with that, let's get started. Um, okay, so question 1 is about understanding the Python interpreter. Um, at the time I'm recording this, which is summer 2020, your midterm and final are probably not going to have these kind of questions because the exams are online. But it's still useful to go through them just to try and see, um, just get a better understanding of how Python works and what we can and cannot do. So part A says make array with these numbers plus make array with these strings. So um, the way that array addition works is that assuming that the arrays have the same length, which they do, they both have 3 elements, they can be added together element-wise. So you could do 155 plus Dwinell, 1 plus Pimentel, etc. But in this case, when I try to add 155, the number, to Dwinell, the string, it's actually going to error out. Because Python will not let you add a number and a string together. So here, we're actually going to write error. Okay. So part B is np.max of np.arrange of 7. So the way arrange works is that if it takes in one argument, it makes an array with every number from 0 up to, but not including the number in the argument. So this is basically the same thing as saying make array of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then by calling max on that, we just take the biggest number, and that's going to be 6. Okay, so C is, it writes a function called myFunction, taking an argument x, and it says return x.item of 1 minus x.item of 0. So this function is going to take in an array. It's going to take the item number 1 and then subtract the item 0 from it. And we're calling it on this array of make array 10, 1, and 3. Okay, so we're going to feed in this to the function, and so this array dot item of 1 is going to be 1, because remember that arrays start at index 0. So index 0, 1, and 2. So index 1 is going to be 1, and then we're doing minus x dot item of 0. So 0 index would be the first element, and that's going to be 10, and that simplifies to negative 9. So that's our answer there. Okay, now part D. So my table equals table.withColumns, and then there's a column called nums with the elements 4, negative 10, and 1. And then there's another column called labels with the array cat, mouse, and dog. And so it's saying what happens if we sort the table by nums, descending equals true, and then take the column labels. So let's actually do this in the Python interpreter. So I have that right here. So my table is going, oh crap. Okay, so in Python, I wrote the code for my table here, and let's just look at the table. And if you're doing this on paper, you can just write it down. So my table is going to look like this, with nums and labels. Then, if we are sorting by nums, and descending equals true, so we're going to go from highest to lowest. So now 4 is going to be at the top, and then we're going to have 1, and then negative 10. But when we sort or change the order of the rows, we have to change the order of everything in the rows. So the labels are also going to get switched around. So what we're going to end up with is cat, because that corresponds to 4, then dog, which corresponds to 1, and then mouse. And just to demonstrate that's true, we will plug in the code. So my table dot sort nums descending equals true dot column of labels. And as we see, we get array of cat, dog, and mouse. So let's write that here. Array of cat, dog, mouse.